I just want to share with you the experience of a state CIO that's it's beginning in the cloud computing field. I'm in charge of the central government information system policy and coordination. I'm not in charge with cyber security, nor with the numeric economy. But I will tell some words about that and those issues. Just to give you some figures, we heard about sooner in the afternoon big legacies. Yes, I have big legacies, and that's part of the problem. Our expenditures on a per year basis are 3.8 billion euros, more than half for staff, 28,000 people, IT people, among the ministries, more than 100 national data centers, just national ones, not local ones. They don't give me the number for the small ones. We have a real problem about fragmentation. We talked about fragmentation in the afternoon. And if I look at that from the European point of view, we have a fractal problem. Fragmentation within countries and fragmentation in the public sector in France too. Like most of you, we have real problems about budgets. High level constraints, especially since 2 years. No more CapEx, less OpEx, and less people. And it's at the same time we are asked to modernize the country and to digitalize all public services. So a lot of our means are going to services to citizens or companies, and not for our infrastructure problems, of course. So our technical debt is increasing each year. Well, it's not original, but it's part of the problem to changing model of producing IT energy. And we do believe that cloud computing is an enabler for the transformation of the country. And I just tell you some words of what we're doing to reach the goal. So for us and for all of you, I think cloud computing is a fundamental shift in the way we can deliver IT capabilities, procure them and use them. And that is for us a big opportunity to increase efficiency of our services and accelerate innovation, both for public and for private sector. I won't speak about the public sector, but just of my affair of public ministries. French government had many actions to support cloud computing in France. As an investor, they had several industry fundings initiatives helping to many more companies to start their services or to support their R&D. It was in 2011 and 2012. And in 2012, 2 cloud computing companies were created with a national funding for part of their capital. And for our point of view, we started a cloud policy in the field of our data center modernization and reducing the number, of course, as you did for some of you, or you are doing, I think, for all of you. We are aiming to reduce the number from 100 to less than 20 within 5 to 10 years. It depends about budgets. It's hard to do things without investing nothing. So we can do some miracles, but not changing all the infrastructure. No silver bullet in the field. And we are trying to convince and make aware all our ministry CIO that we have to transform our information system, and with a vision that within 5 to 10 years, 80% of our information energy, if I can say that way, will be delivered cloud compliant. Not in the cloud, but cloud compliant. We have a huge legacy with magnificent and very efficient portal for citizens that are built on COBOL, on mainframe, and Ball mainframes. They're not ready for cloud. That's sure. So we launched a project at the beginning of the year with one of the state direction who has all his information system on up-to-date data center and virtualized with cloud techniques. And we built with them an internal cloud, which is our pilot. It started in October, the first days of October, for 6 months of experiments. And after that, we're launching greater issues. And what can we find in this experiment? Every ministry, I say, okay, I experiment, mainly for a platform as a service or infrastructure as a service for development purpose or testing purpose or charge test, things like that. And one application in software as a service, and it's a very important one because it's human resource management for high-level civil servants to give confidence in the cloud technology to the managers. It'll be a bit hard to convince. Of course, when you have such a fragmentation in the legacy, I think the aim is not to say, oh, everybody to the cloud and quickly. We have to organize things a little bit, but I think we can do faster and faster, and the works with the ECP can help us a lot in some fields. We need to understand and manage our cloud security risk first. That's a big issue in our country. Everything is in boil, so just going outside is a risk for our cybersecurity agency. And they had bad experiences, and they had bad experiences every day. So for the main part of our system, the goal is in the first step to build a private cloud with some part as quickly as possible on public cloud, as quickly as possible. And we are doing that in a fortnight. In 10 days, to be very precise. We refactor all our open data platform. And the platform will be put on a public cloud. So it will be the first serious act of using public cloud, public cloud hosted in France for the moment. But in a great cloud vendor of our country. And we will continue for other services as quickly as we can. Meanwhile, we are reducing the number of our data center. What we are waiting to go outside, well, some standards interoperability framework, some standards to allow easy data portability and avoid vendor lock-in, and be able to go back and forth. And some enterprise class service level agreements, mainly in the disponibility field, because for a sensitive data, not for open data, it's not really a problem. So here we are today, and how do we manage things with our security authority and our ministry CIO? Well, it's really a classical risk analysis, level of services needed, and cost-benefit analysis. But no silver bullet in the field, but a will to go faster and faster in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.